my grandfather was a professional boxer, so it's like I've been interested in the iconography kind of 30s and 40s boxing. So and I was also reading about Joe Louis at the time, so it kind of just fit in this little story. Ira had kind of this loopy lead bass line, sort of sounded like a bird tweeting or a flute or something on these, and he had these kind of very heavy synthesizer. I don't know what it sounded like kind of like a Future Sound of London or something, or like Art of Noise underneath it.
Chord structure.
And so he kind of had that. It was sort of a loop, and he gave it to me, and I started messing around with it and pitching it around, and I played some really rudimentary drums. I actually did some percussion with my voice. Like, that was one of the first things I did. It actually ended up on the final take of the record. And then I started feeling like kind of sounded slightly off kilter and kind of punch drunk, and it's immediately led to the idea of kind of writing a song about boxing.
Oh, my smiling was a formidable foe. But Ambling Alp was too, at least that's what I'm told.
Thought it would be interesting to write it from this perspective of what kind of advice some sort of boxer archetype person would give to some, their son or something. It's just like sort of simple message, and or like maybe what kind of advice Joe Louis got as a kid, or I don't really know. I hit him back really harder. Hit him back twice,
Smash him in the face so they don't get up.
Yeah, I don't. If you don't pick on people or don't like start fights, but if you have to defend yourself,
headbutt.
Go for it.
Yeah.
Choke him out.
My grandfather was a pretty peaceful man by the time I knew him. He was obviously much older, and you go through some things. So, but when he was younger, he was definitely a force to be reckoned with.
At times, but your lows will have their complement of highs.
We kind of wanted to make a video that looked like it was 10 different scenes from 10 different movies, and all the movies had specific reference points, like Nicholas Roeg or John Borman, or as played out as it is, kind of Jodorowsky or Dan Graham or something, like sort of experimental 70s film stuff that I really am into, and mainstream 70s stuff. So yeah, that was kind of the starting off point. There's a whole arc for the video that you kind of have to see. You have to see it to believe it.
Yeah.